30 years, they say, there'll be more plastics in the ocean than fish.
Commercialism is all around us. We are told to buy, encouraged to think we need to, and often the products we buy are not what we believe they are. There are some foods, household items, or even beauty products that we absolutely adore, but we don't know that we should skip buying them. Let's see the products you will never consume after seeing this video.
Do you want to win any of these items on your screen? If so, be sure to watch the whole video, leave a like, and comment the hidden message. And with that being said, let's get right into the video.
Number 10. Marshmallows.
The ingredients in most marshmallows are pretty much what you'd expect. You have your sugar.
Did you know that sugary food acts as a fuel for cancer cells? Okay, we don't want to scare you, but please control your sugar intake. Even though it's the best feeling when you go out camping with your friends and roast some marshmallows on a wooden stick, it's not worth it. When considering the nutritional facts of marshmallows, the most abundant ingredient used in the modern-day production of marshmallows is sugar. Excessive sugar is known for causing highly dangerous diseases, including obesity, diabetes, cancer, inflammation, and much more. But there is one additional chemical found in them, which is not good for your well-being. It's acrylamide. Scientists have known for years that acrylamide is capable of causing nerve damage in humans, including muscle weakness and impaired muscle coordination. And according to the International Agency for Research on Cancer, aka IARC, classifies acrylamide as a probable human carcinogen. So, if you love this sweet snack, make sure you don't consume it on a regular basis. Number 9. Bleached coffee filters.
It worked so well that she started selling her coffee filters worldwide.
Coffee filters are an essential piece of kit when it comes to brewing coffee. Most of the best coffee makers use paper filters, but should you purchase bleached or unbleached ones? Before we explain that, it would be good to understand why coffee filters are bleached in the first place. Well, believe it or not, but paper filters are bleached purely just for cosmetic reasons. There's no other benefit. Do you know what dioxin is? It's a highly toxic chemical that is extremely harmful to health, and dioxin is the exact chemical that is left behind during the bleaching process for white filters. Dioxins are persistent organic pollutants, meaning they can move within the ecosystem as well as from coffee filters to the coffee. And plus that, many filter papers are bleached with chlorine in order to achieve its white color. All you have to do is reach for unbleached brown paper filters instead of white. Number 8. Skittles.
Rock the rainbow, taste the rainbow.
Skittles is truly a sweet treat that brings on all the nostalgia. But did you know that only one pack of Skittles and you're consuming 250 calories and 45 grams of sugar? Besides that, we gotta tell you about the red candy. Red food dye, that beloved chemical that gives your Skittles the delicious hue, isn't as harmless and fun as you might think. In fact, the red color comes from the ingredient carmine, which comes from some insects that are crushed, and as a result, this bright color is extracted. Doesn't it sound so disgusting? Number 7. Bottled water.
For people who hate the bottled water industry and everything it represents, this is the seed of all evil.
You might be wondering what is wrong with drinking bottled water, but you have to listen carefully. Even though they are typically marketed as being cleaner and safer than tap water, it doesn't really make it any better for you. Many studies have found that some of them actually contain harmful substances that have the potential to make you ill. It may contain arsenic, a highly toxic metal, and the regular consumption of even small amounts of the heavy metal over extended periods increase the risk of cardiovascular disease, certain cancers, and lower IQ scores in children, and poses other health issues as well. The bottled water might even be contaminated with E. coli. While the FDA requires bottled water to be free of E. coli and sets limits for numerous other contaminants, the agency generally doesn't test the water itself. And that's not all yet. Studies show that phthalates, which are substances added to plastics that can be associated with an increased risk of cancer, and they are often present in bottled water. Bromate, a suspected human carcinogen, is also occasionally found in bottled water. So, are you going to drink bottled water again? Number 6. Pringles.
A billion-dollar product sold across the world in 30-plus flavors. Thank you, Pringles, for popping and then just refusing to stop.
Is there any human being who doesn't love Pringles? That must be hard to believe, but we have reason to make you stop eating them. These delicious Pringles, bursting with flavor that everyone loves so much, is firstly, junk food, and secondly, they are not potato chips. In fact, they are not made up of potato at all. The process of making Pringles starts with rice, corn, wheat, and potato flakes that are pressed into a shape that is a dough-like substance, which is rolled into a thin sheet and machine cut into thin chips. Did you know that Pringles is one of the top hazardous snack food you eat? You remember the toxic chemical acrylamide that we mentioned, right? This neurotoxic chemical says hi from Pringles as well. And if you're not scared enough not to eat them, here are the possible short-term side effects of the chemical: dehydration, fatigue, headaches, heart palpitations, heartburn, stomach irritation, asthma attacks, inflammation. And for long-term side effects, there are cancer, diabetes, heart disease, kidney failure, and many more. So, Pringles are a snack that should be enjoyed very sparingly, or not at all. Number 5, canned mushrooms.
Green plants need sunlight for photosynthesis, but mushrooms don't.
It's totally clear that fresh is always better than canned. The plastic lining of those cans contains BPA, a chemical linked to heart attacks, obesity, and cancers. But canned mushrooms have an extra surprise. At the point when you purchase a can of mushrooms, you will undoubtedly purchase a side of worms and vermin with it. It's simply unavoidable in light of the fact that they are intensely pulled into mushrooms. And the FDA even allowed 19 maggots and 74 mites in every 3.5 ounces of a can of mushrooms. While they won't hurt you, they mustn't be very appetizing. The moral of the story: choose fresh mushrooms instead and wash them. Number 4, chewing gum.
It all starts with a gum base, the stuff that makes gum chewy.
How could anything be wrong with chewing gum? Well, in fact, there is. It's one of those love or hate things, and after you find out just what you're chewing on, it might fall into the hate category. The main part of the gum is the gum base, and that's essentially the part that makes it rubbery and chewable. And they are made with lanolin, which is a waxy substance secreted by the wool of sheep. It's actually the sheep version of something humans have too, and that's called sebum. Lanolin is actually a pretty common ingredient in things like lotions, moisturizers, and other skincare products. But chewing gum? That's definitely not what you wanted to hear, right? Number 3, processed meat.
The evidence was strongest for a cancer link with processed meat.
By processed meat, we mean meats that have been preserved by smoking or salting, curing or adding chemical preservatives. They include deli meats, bacon, hot dogs, ham, and canned meat. Eating processed meat has consistently been linked with harmful effects on health. It contains various chemical compounds that are not present in fresh meats. It puts the consumer at a higher risk of diabetes than someone who doesn't eat processed meat. It even increases blood pressure, may lead to heart disease, may cause bowel cancer, and the most dangerous, it contains carcinogens. Generally, any type of meat preserved through smoking, salting, or curing contains carcinogens. While they may not directly affect the DNA, carcinogens can cause the cells to divide at a much faster rate. This leaves the body prone to DNA changes that lead to many types of cancer. So please, remember that prolonged exposure and consumption of carcinogens puts the body at high risk. Number 2, bread.
I mean, we're making bread here, not zucchini noodles. We might as well do it right.
All right, we know that bread is a must-have product, but here's the catch. However, there is something even more concerning than the artificial chemical ingredients in bread. Get ready to be grossed out because your store-bought bread contains human hair on purpose. Bread manufacturers don't throw a handful of human hair in the bread dough just for laughs. Instead, they knead in an amino acid L-cysteine, which is used to lessen dough mixing times as it extends bread's shelf life. But it's synthesized from human hair. The same human hair you'll send a whole plate back to the kitchen over. But there is more. L-cysteine is derived from a protein found in duck feathers, pig bristles, cow horns too. So no, we're not technically eating whole strands of hair, but at the same time, we are still consuming hair, feather, horn, bristle byproducts. Number 1, Chicken McNuggets.
The reality is that they're made with white meat chicken. There's no mystery.
We all know that Chicken McNuggets from McDonald's is not known for being the healthiest thing on the planet, but there is more than being junk fast food. They are not really known for being chicken either. the nuggets are actually only 50% actual chicken, and the rest comprises synthetic ingredients, including something called dimethyl polysiloxane, a chemical used in silicone that can be found in breast implant filler. Wait, what? There was also tertiary butyl hydroquinone, or TBHQ, typically listed as an antioxidant, but it's important to realize that it is a synthetic chemical with antioxidant properties, not a natural antioxidant. In fact, 1 gram of TBHQ can cause nausea and vomiting, a sense of suffocation, and even a collapse.
A simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's really your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Go for it.
Which of these products disgust you the most? Are you still going to buy them? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.